Gary Vee was not messing around when I asked him the following question.
I help entrepreneurs to spread their message and to grow their business using YouTube. Can you talk about the importance of going all in with your YouTube for business success in 2024?
It's so funny that we're even still asking these questions. The fact that this is the question still blows my mind. If you live on Earth and you don't understand that YouTube is one of the most significant platforms to build brand and sales, then you're just completely lacking the pulse of where consumer attention is. And whether you're a B2B or a small business or a family business or a huge corporation or a human, it's just missed opportunity. Nothing in life is you have to do this or it won't work. But missing out on things that clearly work is not a good business strategy. So that's my answer to everybody.
Yeah, Gary, what advice would you have for someone who's posting on YouTube but they're not getting any views or subscribers?
It's really a yin and yang to that. One is be humble and self-aware. And if you've been doing it for 18 to 24 months and really have dozens, if not hundreds, of videos and you're not having traction, it's time to swallow the pill of you're not providing content that people like. On the flip side, way too many people quit too early and only make 6 or 9 or 30. And I'm like, fuck, I suck. I made hundreds of videos before it started to happen. And so, I think it's a balance between perseverance and patience and also being humble and self-aware of what you're doing. But the biggest thing I would say is if you've already made 20 videos and it's not happening, pay attention if all the videos are basically the same. The biggest mistake that most people make is they don't change it up. They don't change it up. And I think changing up the format, how you do it. Again, I think the game of content making is finding something that's sustainable and works for you. So if you're not comfortable in front of a camera, that's a problem. But what if you actually talked behind the camera and your hands were the visual? Maybe it's just your fingers typing. Maybe you put a camera on your head and you're cooking from that perspective. That just eliminated the excuse you're about to tell me of, I don't want to be on camera. And I promise you, today, I haven't seen it, I can't recall it, but today there are plenty of people who have huge audiences that we don't see their face. You could also blur it. You could also be a character from the NFT. There's a lot of things you can do. There's a lot you can do. And so I'm just a big fan of not falling in love with excuses. And I believe that the world has fallen in love with excuses. And blame. If you blame your parents for anything, you've already lost. It doesn't mean that they didn't fuck up. But just remember, they got fucked up by their parents. So before you love your Nana more than your mom, remember she fucked her up. Mean it. I mean it. Blame is complaining and blaming has become very popular. And that's why people are upset. It is a complete excuse-riddled framework that will always lead to unhappiness. Doesn't mean it's not true. Doesn't mean your dad wasn't an alcoholic. Doesn't mean that that your boss didn't fuck you up. Doesn't mean that's not true. It just means that if you sit and dwell on it, you're finished. Dwelling is a forever guaranteed loss.
Gary, did you have any one of those people in your life that was you could lay blame on, but you had to fight and not?
Every single person that's close to me.
Yeah. Are they all naysayers? Were they naysayers?
No. My parents, my siblings, my best friends, my coworkers, they were human beings. Look, I got very fortunate. I did have a mother who very much built my self-esteem but held me accountable. That's a gift. I know that not everybody has that. I know that because I saw how my grandma parented my dad. I get it. Here's the problem. If anyone has ever achieved happiness and success that had your similar circumstance, then there's no excuse.
Amen.
Right? And very honestly, for me, and I don't know how everybody works here, for me, I prefer the naysayers. As a matter of fact, back to one thing I know you all know about me, I love being a Jets fan. I was a Yankees fan growing up. Then they finally won a World Series and they got very good. That was not interesting to me. Easy's not interesting to me. I like the grind. I like the climb. I prefer the doubt. I like the booing. I'm like a in basketball terms, if I was a great basketball player, I would always prefer to play on the road. I want them to hate me. I want to beat them. I'm comfortable in losing. That's the problem, brother. The only reason people struggle with naysayers is they're scared of the naysayers being right. I'm indifferent. When the naysayers are talking about me playing, how could I give a fuck? It's my game. Let them worry about their game. When people talk shit to me, it's such a quick, easy turnaround of first being compassionate to them of why anyone would spend time trying to bring negativity to someone else is always a direct correlation to them not being in a good place. So why am I upset for myself? I'm compassionate to them. But number two, if they're right, it's not going to change. Me dwelling on them is not going to change that. As a matter of fact, me staying in my pocket of practical optimism is the only way I can prove them wrong.
I hope you all found those insights from Gary valuable. If you are serious about using YouTube for business success, I've helped countless people to turn their viewers into buyers of their courses, their coaching, their memberships, and more. This woman, Dominique, earned $10,000 in her first 3 weeks with me by offering courses and also a 4-day live workshop to her YouTube audience. My client Dulce was able to fully fill out her workshop, and also she gets applications for readings every week. My client Brad is in the drawing niche, and he was able to leave his 9-to-5 job, and my client Kimberly is in the knitting niche, and in her first month of working with me, she got a 12x return. So if you're serious about doing this too, I did create a library of free resources that you can check out down below, from beginner courses to people who are more established. Also, I give free live channel reviews twice a month on this channel, so you could read more about that down below. But yeah, I hope you found this video valuable, and look out for part 2 where I share my insights about my interview with Gary Vee.